This full-time review show is supported by and brought to you by Saltire Energy, the global market leader in specialist drilling equipment rental, and also by Craig International, a truly global company with 10 offices strategically placed around the world. The future of global procurement is right here. Aberdeen arrived at Hampden full of hope. They knew a monumental effort would be required to topple Celtic at the National Stadium, and didn't they absolutely give it their all. These pictures come courtesy of Susan Casey. Susan, thank you so much for sending me this video. In the end, we came up short, but the lads, the management and the fans left the stadium with their heads held high. It was a performance to be immensely proud of. In the end, 3-3 after extra time, Celtic won it 6-5 on penalty kicks. Wasn't it just heartbreaking? Hi everybody, how you doing? A very warm welcome to Ali Beg ABTV this Sunday night. Sorry I'm a little bit late. Been at the Red Bull Salzburg game today with the kids, so just wanted to get them home, get them safely tucked into bed, and here we are. So thank you for joining in. I've got a feeling tonight's going to be a busy night. So this is the review show, 24 hours after the event. And I'm very much looking for your input this evening, as I always do on the review show. I've got my normal bits and pieces which we can get through. Match stats, Peter Levin's post-match interview, got a couple of player tweets, and just the normal bits and pieces. So I'm going to give you my tuppence first of all. I'm not going to talk about VAR. I'm just not. I'm sick to death of it. It's killing our game, not just here, but we've just seen it kill what could have been an unbelievable win for Coventry. VAR took away their fairy tale, took away our fairy tale, and we've got to get rid of it. I don't know what we've got to do, but we've got to get rid of it. It has become an absolute blot on our game. My God, it's killing our game. Get rid of it. That's all I'm going to say on what happened yesterday. Because what I don't want to do is I don't want it to come across as sour grapes. Because last night, I woke up this morning still feeling the same. And I still feel it now. I was absolutely bursting with pride with how we played yesterday. The fight, the bravery, the never say die attitude, the will to keep going, the bravery to keep going is like nothing I've seen from this current Aberdeen team before. I mentioned in the preview show yesterday how well we performed against PAOK in the Conference League, and that was the type of performance I was hoping we were going to give against Celtic. One of bravery. My God, it was in abundance. To shock them within 2 minutes, to then come back right at the death in the 90 minutes, and then to come back right at the death in extra time again. Huge credit must go to all of the players, particularly the management team for making the changes, and to all of the players who all, for me, got pass marks. I know Angus, our skipper, made a horrific error for their equaliser, but by God, did he put in a shift afterwards. And for me, he was man of the match. Him and, I've been giving Stefan Gartenmann a bit of a hard time recently, but the two of them, I thought, were absolutely immense. The goals that we conceded, I was very disappointed about. In fact, I was raging about the goals that we conceded. Particularly the one in extra time where Junior just didn't track the runner. That's the type of stuff that really gets on my wick. But again, I don't want to be overly negative. I just want nothing but positive vibes, because what I want now is for the lads to take that sort of performance, that type of belief, and just take it into these final 5 games and secure Scottish Premiership status. Honestly, I'm so, so proud of them. The fans, oh, you guys were sensational at Hampden yesterday. Honestly, you were outnumbered, but by God, you were not outsung by any stretch of the imagination. You did us all so proud. You really did. Honestly, honestly, I nearly started crying at the end. That's how proud I was of everybody. It was, oh, what an effort. The only thing that I was, with the penalties, I just wish in hindsight when Kelly got cramp, he just got out of the way. Just get out of the road, mate. I felt so sorry for Ryan Duncan having to stand there for all that time while he went down with a bit of cramp. Honestly, that really got on my wick yesterday. And absolutely don't apportion any blame to Killian Phillips or to Ryan Duncan whatsoever, because it took courage to step up in the first place, to take the penalty kicks. And when it is the lottery of the penalty kicks, to me, doesn't matter. You're not going to get any grief from me. Absolutely not, because you showed the courage to go up and take a penalty. So, look, it was heartbreaking. It was gut-wrenching. But so many positives to take from what was a really fantastic performance from the boys. Pass marks for absolutely everybody as far as I'm concerned. Let's start by just reminding ourselves of the team that Peter picked, because obviously he was forced into a change. And that change was obviously the skipper was suspended, so Dante Palvara came in, who I thought yesterday was absolutely immense. I thought playing Duke on the right-hand side instead of his normal left-hand side was a stroke of genius by Peter. I thought Duke yesterday was back to his old self, and I don't think the Celtic defence were ready for the type of game that he offered them. Leighton Clarkson playing in that number 10 role, which really, really suits him. Look at the pass for the opening goal. I thought he was brilliant throughout. And I've got to say, I thought Connor Barron was also magnificent. I'm just devastated for all of them. I really am. This is what Peter said after the game. We're gutted to lose. You put in that performance, you want to come away with a win. But they've done well overall. I thought we were great today. They gave everything for 120 minutes. That's our 49th game of the season, and some of these players have never done that before, with all the travelling on top. He finished off by saying, I told the players at the end, pick your heads up for 5 massive league games. We refresh, rest, and recover, and we go again on Monday. Peter also, for me, deserves a huge amount of credit for the way he set the team up, for making the substitutions, for getting everything absolutely tactically spot on. And I'm so happy he's staying at the football club. I really am. I'm so, so happy. So look, what we'll do now is we shall open it up to you guys. I do have a couple of other bits and pieces that I want to show you, but I'll open it up because I know there's quite a lot of you that have already come on. So just let me get the final 2 bits in, and then I can open it up, and then that's all done. I don't have to worry about that anymore. Just let me find that last bit. There we go. Okay, so that's everything on the timeline. Right, let me grab my glasses. Right. So, oh gosh, lots of you on tonight. Okay. Right, let's start with Graham Barron. Hi Graham, how are you fella? What a rollercoaster of emotions. So proud of the team, they gave their all. I haven't seen identical goals scored since Lee Griffiths' free kicks against England, right? VAR, a talking point again. Clear handball in the box, no review. Leaving Ali. Gets told by the 4th official it's a penalty, but instead it's a foul, which was a 50-50 challenge, and we lose out. Bin it now. Fraser Gunn is on. How are you doing, Fraser, my man? Felt so proud of the players and staff. Grit, determination, and incredible never-say-die attitude, which I just loved. We got robbed of a Stonewall penalty, which was gutting. So proud, though. Kenny Salvin is on saying, I thought the Dons played very well. Fraser came back to say, Roos's injury hold-up definitely had an impact on Duncan's penalty. Credit to the young lads, especially on stepping up. Respect. Thought Angus played the captain's role really well. Sokla was ace too. Graham Barron came back to say, that performance yesterday has to be the standard for the rest of the season. Look how good we looked, and that's without Shinnie. What Roos was thinking when he went down, poor Ryan Duncan, come on you Reds. Kenny Salvin came back to say, we matched Celtic all the way. We certainly did. Can't be bothered, has said, a performance and team to be proud of, which is something we've struggled to say this season. Also, why has no one mentioned the Carter Vickers handball on the line when clearing the Hoylett effort? Mate, there are so many incidents that we could talk about. You know, it's interesting that Carter Vickers came out today, and was it today or yesterday? And he admitted that it was a penalty and he feared the worst. Honestly, I'm not going to get into it. But what an awful piece of officiating that was. First and foremost, it was never, ever a foul on the boy Johnston. Come on, really? It's a contact sport. It's football. Stop taking away the absolute, the core of the game. It's contact sport. Get a grip. Honestly, you're killing our game. Kevin Main says, to a man outstanding yesterday, went toe-to-toe with the champions and had them on the ropes for long spells once again. VAR a total failure, as two Stonewall penalties we should have had. Stand free. Fraser came back to say, massive well done to Peter and the coaching staff. Switched it up, gambled and went for it. Just what we needed, and previous managers could learn a thing or two from what they did. Bob Duff is here. How are we doing, Bob? Bob. May I be so bold as suggest that Shinnie's absence was the reason for the far better, especially in midfield, performance yesterday. Sorry, but in my opinion, Shinnie is yesterday's man. Bob, don't be sorry, mate. You make a very, very valid point. He went on to say, Shinnie can't cope with a fast-paced, one-touch football interspersed with 1-2s. He also said, gutted for Ryan Duncan. The amount of stick he is taking recently is obnoxious. At least he had the balls to take a penalty yesterday. I was gutted for him yesterday. Honestly, I really was. John Grant is here. How are we doing, John? What a day and what a performance. I was really impressed with the whole team, but a special mention to Bojan, McGrath and Garton, man. Bit puzzled how a keeper can get cramp. Absolutely go figure. Jonathan Livingston, how are we doing? Last stream I was negative, downbeat, predicting Celtic would win 3-0. Was right in they scored 3 goals, but wrong in the fact that our boys also got 3. They did us proud, had a right go, as many requested on here. Fair play. When was the last time Celtic lost 3 goals? I can't remember. Bob Duff came back to say, there's no way on earth that's a foul by Hoylett on Johnson. Absolutely scandalous decision. I'm not going there again. A lot of you are praising Conor Barron yesterday. Gordon Keith Ritchie said, hi all, great performance yesterday. Proud of the team. And as usual, VAR was poor. Now we need to take that performance to the next level. 5 games, then get rid of the deadwood and start building again. Come on, you Reds. Nicola Beaton is here. Hi, Nicola. I hope you're well. The team were brilliant yesterday. Showed no fear. So proud of them. I was watching the game on BBC, but listening to North Sound. Ali, your reaction to the goals was brilliant. Yeah. I kind of lost it a wee bit. Once or twice. Alan Nichol has said, that's the way I want to see Aberdeen playing. Well done to the players, staff and supporters. Hopefully hoofball is in the past. It's a pity, but I can't see Shinnie starting again unless there's injuries. Bob Duff said, yesterday just proves there is the bare bones of a team there for Yimmy to work with. John Grant has said, Roos should have got treated when the Celtic player was waiting to take the kick, not putting extra pressure on Duncan. Honestly, I just don't understand for the life of me why he just didn't think for 1 minute. Get out of the road, mate. Honestly, I was so angry with him yesterday. Oh, mate, honestly. Jonathan Livingston said, we didn't seem to get the run of the ball in the 18-yard box at the weekend. I honestly thought that was the difference. On another day, we could have scored 5. John Grant says, the ball from Clarkson to Bojan was the bit of quality that nobody else in the Dons team could provide. Right. Can't be bothered has said, I hope Yumi gives Milne a chance next season. Seemed very good when he came on. I thought Jack was great yesterday, honestly. You know, to be thrown in to what is a cauldron against the champions. In that sort of match, I thought he was brilliant. So many of you, my goodness, you're just absolutely raging with VAR and the officiating from yesterday. Colin W said, it's crazy to see 43 points separating us and Celtic after that performance yesterday. I'm actually now looking forward to next season. Paul Donaldson is here. Hi, Paul. You all right? Probably one of the best games Hampden has seen for years. Just a shame we were on the wrong end of a defeat that I don't think we deserved. They'll be talking about this one for many years. Sandra McPherson is here. Hi, Sandra. Woke up this morning thinking, did that really happen? So immensely proud of the lads. What a performance. Come on, you Reds. George Ewan says exactly the same. So proud of our team. Dave Sharp has said, that was one of the best performances of the season. In all honesty, I thought after last week we'd be on our way home within an hour and on the end of another drubbing. Delighted with the team. Paul Donaldson said, it looked like Joe Hart was deliberately trying to wind up our players during the penalties. Hopefully we can learn the lesson not to be affected by this next time. To be honest with you, I wouldn't have expected anything less. If you watch the penalty kicks today from Coventry and Man United, the Man United goalkeeper did exactly the same. To be honest with you, for me, it's part of the game. I don't really have a problem with it. It's just gamesmanship. That's all it is. Pedros73 says, how good were we yesterday? So proud we were up against not only Celtic but VAR and nearly did the unthinkable. Peter, leave in, take a bow, tactics spot on, and let's keep this up. Bob Duff said, Jack Milne gave it large to Hart after his pen. I love it. He did, didn't he? Right, look, there's plenty more coming in, so let me just give you the match stats on it. So this is where we are. 33% of the possession is what we had to their 67%. We had 13 shots in total to their 23, of which 5 were on target. We committed 14 fouls in the game, but I was pleased with this stat. We achieved 8 corners throughout the game, which is way up on previous games. This is what the players had to say. Bojan Miovski tweeted, there's only one way to succeed in anything, and that is to give it everything. Despite the result, it was a wonderful game yesterday. Thanks to everyone for the huge support. Appreciate it. And Junior Hoylett has said, tough one to take, left it all out on the pitch, proud of the squad, and thankful for the support. Good to see the players acknowledging the support. Okay, let's get back to your comments. Scott W. has said, immensely proud of those players yesterday. To a man, they were magnificent. They could have crumbled a few times, but they picked themselves up and went again. The musical box is here. How you doing? He's wishing everyone a good evening. Scott W. has said, as far as the penalty, the one with the Hoylett incident, he said, even if we got it, there's nothing to say we would have won the game. Things would have played out completely differently from then until the final whistle. Yeah, mate, I'm with you with that one. Angie Jameson is here. Evening dandies. Wow, what a game and performance from the boys yesterday. They had a go, never gave up. It's all we ever asked. Such a shame we never had Barron and Miovski on for the Pens. I know. I must admit, as thrilled as I was to get it to 3-3, my immediate thought for the penalties was, damn, we don't have Connor on. Damn, we don't have Bojan on. But look, it is what it is. I thought we dealt with it to the best of our ability. Transmission GGB says, very proud of the team and the players and the manager who made changes when needed, and again making former managers look very bad with negative attitudes. Can't be bothered, it says, I've got a feeling Bojan will stay. Big Yimmy will sweet talk him, I'm sure. Hope so. Fraser Gunn says, I'm sure Yimmy would have felt even more positive about the job he is coming into after watching yesterday. How good was Clarkson's pass for the opener? David Gold is here. Hi David, how are you, mate? Evening Dandies. Wasn't at the semi. I was at the Speyside Stages rally, but made it to my parents' house in time for the penalties. Very proud of the team's effort. There are many of you expressing your disappointment at our goalkeeper during the penalty kicks. It has been absolutely noted, hasn't it? Transmission GGB said, the fans were amazing too and outsung the home fans when winning or losing or the level score-wise. Yeah. Alan Smart says, hi Ali, that looks as though the first half of the Red Bull Salzburg game was exciting. Mate, it was a cracking game, I've got to be honest. But typically, so we were sat at one end behind the goal, and all the goals happened on the far end. So they were 4-1 up at half time against Klagenfurt. And then my boys were desperate to see a goal at this end where we were sat typically. It ended up 4-2, so we didn't see goals our end. But it was a cracking game, cracking atmosphere, as it always is at the Red Bull Arena. Really enjoyed it. I love the football they play. I love it. Paul Donaldson said, I feel a bit sorry for Angus MacDonald with the mistake for Celtic's first goal, but he more than made up for it with his late equaliser and scoring his penalty. Honestly, Paul, I've got to be honest, after his mistake, I thought he was immense. And I wasn't surprised to see that he picked up a Man of the Match award, because honestly, I thought he was absolutely superb after his mistake, because a lot of players would have crumbled after that. Fair play to him. Susan Casey's here. Hi Susan, thanks again for the video, the bus. What a game yesterday. Gutted about the result, of course, but very proud of the team. They played with their hearts on their sleeves. Let's take that passion to the next game. Come on, you Reds. Suze has said, good evening, Dandies. I feel we are on the up, she said. Alan Smart says, hi everyone. After yesterday's display, the bar has moved up quite a few notches. Yemi Talene will be using that as a benchmark for next season, if I'm not mistaken. Chris Clark has wished everyone a good evening. What a performance. Emotional rollercoaster of a game. Thought overall we were outstanding. 3 players, Polvara, Roos and Duke. Didn't impress me, but the rest was superb. Great battle. I'm surprised you say that, mate, because I thought Duke played really well. And I also thought Dante played really well. But hey, you're entitled to your opinion. No worries. Phil McLean says, I actually enjoyed the game. We fought till the very end and done ourselves proud. Brian P has said, VAR needs to go in the bin. The end. Yes. J-Mac. Hi J-Mac, how are you? Proud of the Dons, but is it enough to always be proud? Should we not have been looking to beat that Celtic team? They are not great. Yeah, it's a very good point. It's an interesting point because they're not great. I said yesterday in the previous show that they're not great and that we can most definitely get at them. But we did get at them. And we showed that we can match them. You know, the goals that we gave away, all of them, I felt were of our own doing. I felt we were the masters of our own downfall with all 3 goals. For me, they were all avoidable. So on another day, you know, we could have beaten them. But what the players have got to take away from that game is the fact that they can match Celtic. We've beaten Rangers this season. We can match the 2 sides from Glasgow. we can go toe to toe with them. But we just have to lay gloves on them. That's what we have to do. We do that, we see what happens. We beat Rangers at Ibrox. We take Celtic all the way to penalties yesterday. Arguably could have won the game. Lay a glove on them, we can beat them. That's got to be the message. Luminous Reality, how are we doing? A fantastic performance from the boys. I thought Sokla and Hoylett were unreal when they came on. Laura 101, how are we doing? He says, have to say the one good thing from Warnock's short spell is getting Junior Hoylett in the door. He was brilliant yesterday. Kenny McDonald has said 100% agree with the fact we need to get rid of VAR once and for all. It's killing the game. Do you know what I'm really pleased about tonight? I'm so pleased to see so many ABTV members on. It's great to get you guys on a regular basis. You know, we've got over 60 members now signed up to the channel, which is just a phenomenal effort from all of you. Can I announce it? Should I announce it tonight? No, I'm not quite ready yet. We're not quite ready yet. But I will have a very special announcement to make where your contribution is going to help take this channel to the next level. Well, I'm hoping it's going to take it to the next level because I've put something in place. And I'm sorry, I know I keep drip feeding you this, but it's not quite done yet. But I'm putting something in place which I really hope will take this channel to the next level. And I'm really excited about it. And I'm not just excited about the content that we're going to be able to bring you. I'm excited about what it's going to mean to me and this channel as a whole. Because the idea is basically to take somebody under my wing. You know, when I worked in sports broadcasting, it was very rare that I got any sort of training, and it was very rare to get any sort of feedback. You're basically thrown into the deep end, sink or swim. And I feel that wasn't the way to do things. So because of that, I had this idea. Which I'm in discussions with at the moment with a college in Aberdeen. And we're just about there, not far. I'm hoping to get it all tied up this week. But your contribution to this channel by becoming a member has led me to be able to achieve this ambition, which I've always had for the channel. And I would not have been able to do it without you guys. So you have played a huge role in the development of this channel, which is what I was hoping for with the membership scheme. So thank you. It's honestly, it's really exciting. Oh, you're all absolutely raging about VAR. Oh dear. Scott W has said the performance was the most complete we've seen all season. It just shows what having the management situation resolved has made. Good point. John Moore, this is an interesting point. This is very true, mate. He says, it's not VAR that's the issue, simply those who are using it. Question that needs to be asked, is there more to all of these absurd decisions? Again, this is where I sometimes wonder that we should be having people operating VAR who have absolutely no emotional attachment to the Scottish game, which obviously means bringing people in maybe from England or abroad, which obviously, you know, there's a cost involved in all that, so I get that. But I'm not playing skullduggery here, I'm not throwing mud, but you just sometimes wonder, don't you? Transmission GGB said the togetherness in the team yesterday was great to see, and all the players were a great unit and played for each other and the manager. A lot of you are so delighted with Junior Hoylett's contribution yesterday. Angie Jameson has said, don't think Roos will ever save a penalty in his life. Equally, has a keeper ever got cramp in a penalty shootout? It blows my mind. Ian Morgan Smith is here. Hi, Ian. He said, I'm absolutely proud of the team and have fond memories watching this game. Every penalty taker should hold their heads up high for being brave enough under such pressure. Scott W came back to say the midfield also looked far more settled without Shinnie in there. There was a real balance to the team, a composure. That was an Aberdeen performance. Joey Smith has said, can it be confirmed that Roos is leaving and can it be done tomorrow? Look, I don't know what's going on with Kelly Roos. I've heard a few things. It's just whispers. It's just gossip that he signed a pre-contract with somebody. I really don't know. It's just rumours. Greg Kearney says, special mention to the management team, telling the players to come to our corner before kick-off and applaud us, filled us with pride, got right behind them. Love this football club. Greg, that's an excellent point. I think we mentioned this a couple of weeks ago, that this is something I've not seen before, is the team actually coming to the fans first and acknowledging their support even before kick-off. And I noticed it yesterday, and I mentioned it very quickly on North Sound yesterday, that's what the players did. And yeah, Greg, you're absolutely spot on. It's a really, really good touch, mate. Sousa said, Shinnie is great, but I do wonder if others are inhibited by his presence sometimes. He runs all over, which is admirable, but maybe others rely too much and don't get involved when they should. Brian Pierce said, great spirit shown yesterday. Credit to the manager too for his tactics and in-game management. Neil Strachan has said, we Aberdeen were absolutely fantastic and I'm really proud of our team. I'm glad I win. Absolutely fantastic. Bring on the rest of the season. Come on, you Reds. A lot of you are talking about, how we need to get, the level of support we had yesterday, we need to take into the rest of the league campaign. Just 5 games left now. Erica Mitchell said, thought the lads did very well yesterday. We were unlucky not to win, but at least we put in a fight against Celtic. I haven't seen us play as well as that against them in a very long time. I agree, Erica. Graham Gibber said, whoa, slow down. Where's that gone? Sorry. Just seen that message, can't be bothered. Ah, man, where's it gone? Sorry. Oh, I've lost it. Sorry, I'll come back. I'll try and find it. There are so many of you on tonight. It's fantastic to see all of you talking about VAR. SWNGD, good evening, Elfsberg fan here. It's going to be a fun start following Aberdeen. Hopefully Yimmy can do the same thing he's done for us, create a team that punches above its weight. Mate, thank you so much for getting in touch, really appreciate that, that's absolutely brilliant. And good luck for the rest of the season, and thank you for Yimmy to lean. Isn't that cool, getting an Elfsberg fan on? I love it. Barry Cole is on. Hi Barry, how you doing, pal? He makes a really good point. It's time for clubs to take a stand against the SFA, SPFL. The officiating is terrible and only favours the 2 Glasgow clubs. David Quantrill has said, good evening, Ali. Every player in red that crossed that white line, every person on the bench and every dandy in the stands did us proud. Let me come further down your comments. Dave Sharper said that game is now the benchmark for the rest of the season. Joey Smith said, it's Jimmy. Get a grip, Ali. Do you know, it's going to be fun, isn't it? Because the Swedish pronunciation is Jimmy, but I think it's going to be Jimmy, isn't it, for us? It's going to be Jimmy. Barry Cole said, Roos is away and to be honest he won't be missed. Rarely comes for crosses and this puts pressure on our defence. It's interesting to see who we replace him with. Angie Jameson has asked me, how was the Red Bull game, Ali? It was really good. Really enjoyed it. Cold though. Good Lord, it was cold. Neil709 has said they played and lost as a team. Nicely said. Transmission GGB has said, like Alex McLeish in the Cup Winners' Cup final, it's how you play after making a mistake that counts, and Angus MacDonald made up for it as much as possible. Yeah. Bob Duff, you're asking me a question about what Peter Martin said from PLZ Soccer about Jimmy Tillene's appointment and also his prediction for yesterday. I didn't hear it, mate, so I genuinely don't know what he said. So I can't comment, sorry. So I'm just literally looking at your comments as they come in. So good to have so many of you on tonight. I love it. I absolutely love it. Can't be bothered. I said, you're starting to sound a bit like Dave Cormack, Ali. Really? Really? Gosh. What bit? Joey Smith has said, Hoylett will be gone at the end of the season. Do you know what? I think you're right, mate. But I kind of hope he doesn't. I kind of hope he sticks about for another year. Barry Cooler said he can't run, but plays a great ball into the box. His crossing is class. Bob Duff, yes, is the answer to your question. Yes. I can't give it away too much, mate, but yes is the answer to your question. West Coast Honor said it'll be interesting to see how Jensen and Sokla develop under Tillene. Paul Donaldson has said, Neil Warnock was wrong on a fair few things, but he was right when he said that we should have former players officiating the VAR room. It's a really good point. Ex-pros on VAR. Again, so many of you saying it. Mark Yola said he's really proud of the teams yesterday. Transmission GGB said I was screaming at Roos when he was sat down. Christopher Mainland has said congratulations on reaching 3,500 subscribers. Thanks, mate. Absolutely over the moon. Honestly, the growth in the channel recently has been just superb. I'm so happy. You've got no idea. Okay, how long have we done? Wow, nearly 40 minutes. Wow. John Grant. John, listen, thank you so much for sending me all your pictures and your videos yesterday. I really hope you had a fantastic time at the game, despite the result. John was our competition winner, where Craig International, my sponsor, very kindly donated 4 tickets to the semi-final, and John won them. Andrew Jameson has said, Garterman has been in for so much stick of late, but was outstanding in the last few games. Made me laugh when I read a comment saying, when did Garterman turn into Willie Miller? Can't be bothered, I said. Ali, will there be quickfire questions with Yimi Tillene? Can't wait to find out if he prefers ABBA or Bad Boys Inc. Oh, brilliant. Graham Findlater's on. Hi, Graham. He said, we need the same level of commitment and intensity to keep us safe. Motherwell at home now is a must-win. Buzzing for it, while also pooping my pants. We have shown how good we can be. Let's get right into them. Grey Pilgrim has said, stand free and remember to hit the like button. Right, guys, I'm going to call it a night. So, if you wouldn't mind, if you've enjoyed tonight's show, I'd be very grateful if you would press the old like button. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, obviously don't feel obliged, but I would be thrilled if you would subscribe to the channel. It doesn't cost you anything. All you do is get a notification to say that we're live or when shows are going on the channel. As I just said to you, the growth is astonishing in the past few weeks, and we continue to build. It's just absolutely brilliant. And I really hope you can all just come on the journey. That's what I want. I just want you guys to be with me on this journey, and let's just see where we can go with it. As I keep saying, I want it to be a safe haven. That's, we're achieving that. And the fact that, tonight we've got fans from Elfsborg coming on and you guys are interacting with them, which is just fantastic to see. So I'm really, really happy, and that's all down to you guys. So thank you so much. Right. So where to next? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look to see if we can do a couple of shows during the week before we go back to, the sort of the nitty gritty of the Premiership from next week. So, because I've really enjoyed doing the shows midweek and, again, all the interaction during midweek. So let's see if we can put something together, chuck a show out in midweek, and, just see how it goes. So, guys, thank you so much for being with us again tonight. And I will see you during the week, but I will definitely see you on Friday night for the preview show as we begin the countdown to kick off to the last 5 games of the season. Take care of yourselves. Stand free.